Alerts. Here is Skylar Doyle.
Good evening from the First Warning Tri-Cities Severe Weather Center. I'm Skylar Doyle with you. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Avery County in western North Carolina, our first of the day, so we're going to come on the air. We're going to stay on the air for a little bit, wall-to-wall coverage for a severe storm warning for Avery County, North Carolina, and this warning goes again until 7:15. We also have a severe thunderstorm watch for parts of the area: Grayson, Ash, Watauga, Avery, Cannon, Dickinson, Bell, Harlan, Letcher, and Leslie counties until midnight. Just want to let you know of that. Let's head back to our current live Doppler radar here as I switch over to our radar. And the storm is in a hard to see area of radar wise. When I turn on, you can't hardly see this at all, but we are looking at the potential for hail with this storm. Weather Service also says quarter sign sound 60-mile-an-hour winds are possible. But this storm here just north of Newland, it's a severe thunderstorm 5 miles southwest of Fosco, or near Grandfather Mountain State Park. It's moving to the east at 20. So on that current movement, it'll end up clipping Watauga County. So the National Weather Service in Blacksburg will have the determination on that. This will be near Bowling Rock at around 7:15 or so. But this warning does go for Avery County until 7:15. Let's try to tilt the radar up. I think that's kind of why we're having a hard time seeing that. Definitely seeing some hail within this storm. If you're looking at it here on radar, these purples here, that is where we could be seeing some large hail within this storm, pushing in here parts of northern Avery, just south of Banner Elk, north of and east of Newland, over Grandfather Mountain State Park. That's where we have the potential for some damaging winds, some large hail. No rotation on this storm likely, but Bowling Rock and even maybe the southern parts of Boone. Heads up, Boone, you're seeing shower thunderstorm right now. But let's want to give you a heads up if you're in parts of Watauga County, as well here in Avery County in western North Carolina. We tilt this radar up to definitely see over the mountains. We can, and they just issued a strong thunderstorm alert for southern Watauga. 40-mile-an-hour winds and small hail. You can definitely see that hail pour on this storm south of Sugar Mountain, north of Grandfather Mountain here. So this is, in a very mountainous area, rural area of Avery County. If I switch to our hail tracker, we are seeing the potential for hail. Maybe small hail, according to our hail tracker, maybe a marble to penny-sized hail in this storm here in Avery County in North Carolina. And I'm looking here to see. We have no new watches yet. I'd not be shocked to see a watch soon for the Tri-Cities, but let's head back to our single-site radar imagery. And let's look at Morristown's radar on this. Maybe try to get a good view. Yeah, there's the radar in Morristown, and this is tilted up very a lot. This is down to the lowest tilt. This is heading towards Seven Devils, Bowling Rock, eventually toward Boone and Valley Circus. And this is heading from Avery County into Watauga County. And this is moving northeast at 15 miles an hour. To put a storm track on this at 15 miles an hour, the Weather Service, our storm track shows it over Seven Devils at 7 o'clock, which is here in just a few moments. Poplar Grove at 7:26, Boone 7:30 here, and Bowling Rock area probably around 7:20 or so there, where it said Ashley Heights, right near Bowling Rock. Let's zoom out and show you a bigger picture because we have some storms that we need to watch in East Kentucky that are heading down our way, and we'll see soon when this warning expires at 7:30 from Paintsville down to Prestonsburg if a new warning here, if our radar data loads, will be needed into Letcher County. I don't think it will because these storms are weakening because this outflow boundary out ahead of it. This outflow boundary could spark some new thunderstorm development, and any storm that interacts with some kind of boundary could have the chance to produce an isolated tornado. We're going to need storms to interact with a boundary for that. Let's head back to Morristown radar. There's something developing on the triple point between Greene, Unicoi, and Madison counties here. That's a little storm near Carmen, Black Pond, Highway 26 Interstate 26, runs from Irwin down to Mars Hill. And this is just off of the interstate where that storm is trying to develop. But we still have our one warning that is in effect for the current point in time, parts of the viewing area. That warning does include the Banner Elk area in Avery County here. Sorry about that. That again includes Avery County here And this storm is quickly moving into Watauga County in western North Carolina. Let me find my mouse. There it is. I'm solo tonight here. But moving in from Avery County into Watauga County here. Bowling Rock and Boone and Valley Circus heads up. Here, this is Highway 221. Runs from Boone. You run down into Caldwell County to Lenoir. Get off 221 and run back up towards the Tennessee state line. This would be between Boone and the Caldwell County line if it crosses 221. This storm going to cross from Avery County into Watauga County with this severe thunderstorm warning on it until 7:15 for some quarter-size hail potential and some damaging wind gusts in excess of maybe 60 miles an hour. If we look at the velocity, we're not getting a good view of it because where it's at, but yeah, definitely could see some hail potential within this. I would not rule out maybe a nickel to quarter-size hail. This gray that's our higher vertically integrated liquid returns, which indicates some of those hailstones potentially making it down to the ground as it crosses from Avery County into Watauga County. So if you're in Watauga County, you're technically not under a severe thunderstorm warning. National Weather Service in Blacksburg, issues warnings for Watauga County, while the Weather Service in Greenville-Spartanburg issues warnings for Avery County and Caldwell County, which, again, the northern part of Caldwell County is in this warning. Strong thunderstorm, okay, it's just south of our area. Again, I'm checking the watch warning map closely every second to see if they're going to issue this watch for the Tri-Cities. Probably going to leave that up here on that monitor. So again, this is our storm over Avery County, far eastern Avery County, crossing into Watauga County. We'll see if the Weather Service in Blacksburg does issue a warning on that storm as it crosses the county line. If they're going to do that, they're going to need to do that fairly soon. We're coming up on 7 o'clock, which is our regularly scheduled update. So just wanting to let you know we're coming up on a regularly scheduled update that is set for 7 o'clock. So we'll do a little reset at 7, give you a whole look at the watch warning situation. But again, we have this severe thunderstorm warning for Avery County, northern Caldwell County as well. So let's zoom out for real quick here because that storm in a pretty rural area right now, not very much population until it gets into Watauga County. Let's go back up here to the Jackson radar. Let's see. We have a few showers trying to form ahead of an outflow boundary, and that is going to be my concern. So let me pop me back up here into the shot because this is an outflow boundary. We got cells trying to potentially develop in Perry County and Clay County on each side of Leslie County in southeast Kentucky. So we're going to watch this outflow boundary that can spark some new cells. Again, cells that interact with this boundary could show a little bit of rotation. We have these severe storm warnings, which is set to expire. This one at 7 o'clock, and I believe this one is set to expire at 7:15 as the storm. I know this storm kind of moving southeast, and that would move into parts of Pike County, maybe Letcher County. But the outflow boundary is hindering, luckily, the strength of these storms, and kind of weakening those and bringing the strength down on those a little bit, which is good news. But we have multiple strong to locally severe storms back toward the Lexington area. The good news is they are not going to extend this severe thunderstorm warning. They're going to issue a strong thunderstorm alert for Pike, for Martin, parts of Martin, Johnson, Floyd, Pike, and McGoffin counties in Kentucky, and saying that most of these will miss our viewing area. They could clip northern Buchanan if they hold themselves together. So we'll keep an eye on it. Let's head back down to the mountain range here, where we're tracking our lone severe thunderstorm warning in our viewing area for Avery County. So we're coming up on 7 o'clock. We are going to get ready for a quick reset, for a quick update. We're going to for our radio listeners on the Tri-Jams. As soon as we do our watch warning update at 7, we're going to send you back to programming. So we're not going to be on here on the radio for much longer. We're going to stay on social media, though, until 7:15. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to rerun the intro here because it is the top of the hour, which means if we're going to get a watch, we might get it in the next few seconds. So we're going to do a quick reset and we'll come back here in about 10-15 seconds here after our intro. But again, this has been a First Warning Tri-City Severe Weather Alert. Our 7 o'clock Severe Thunderstorm Watch update begins now.
This is a First Warn Tri-City Severe Weather Alert. Here is Skylar Doyle.
All right, well, I noticed this Storm Prediction Center likes to issue things on hours, so I was hoping that we was going to get something there, but we did not during our intro watch but we did not. So let's zoom out here, and I should have got the radar reset. Apologize, I did not. You're watching First Warn Tri-City Severe Weather Coverage. I'm Chief Forecaster Scarlett Oil alongside the First Warn Tri-Cities crew. I'm running solo in the studio, though, tonight as we track these strong to locally severe thunderstorms. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch for those of you wondering and just joining us for parts of East Kentucky, Southwest Virginia, and Western North Carolina. Odd enough, there's a little gap in the Tri-Cities metro. We expect that to go away here over the next little bit. We expect that to be filled in with a severe thunderstorm watch, at least for most of the area. But if you're in Bell County, Harlan County, Letcher and Leslie counties in Kentucky, Buchanan, Dickinson, or Grayson counties in Virginia, or Ashe, Watauga, or Avery counties in western North Carolina, you're under a watch until midnight tonight. If you're in the East Tennessee Valley, from Morristown south, you're in a watch until 9 o'clock tonight. So we'll head back to radar because we do have one warning right now, and a watch meaning conditions are favorable for severe weather. That warning meaning take some action, and that warning is in eastern Avery County, western North Carolina. If I do this here, I'll put this over here on the left side. It's a severe thunderstorm warning. They're saying central Avery. It's really on the Avery, Watauga, Caldwell line. And there is some high wind potential with it, and there is the potential for some large hail. 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail are main threats with this storm as it pushes across that county line. Let's see if our hail tracker that tells us hail sizes on our MRMS data shows us shows us about the same as it did last time. So around marble to penny-size hail, east of Grandfather now, and about to push into Watauga County. I don't think the Weather Service in Blacksburg is going to extend this, though I might be wrong. So we will keep an eye out to see if they do. Don't see anything about them extending it right now. Let's just go to our national reflectivity, though, and zoom out so you can get a look at all the storms here. We're not going to see the outflow boundary real good on this, but we got multiple strong severe storms to our west, and they're moving into a fairly unstable environment for severe weather, favorable environment. So let's head over to the Jackson radar because that's where I want to go on our single site radar product. I want to go to the reflectivity because, again, this outflow boundary, I really want to watch see if cells pop up out ahead of that. If they do, those could definitely turn strong to severe for the Tri-Cities. We'll watch it closely. We have one severe thunderstorm warning for the next 12 minutes for Avery County. If you're listening to us on the Tri-Jams, we're going to go ahead and send you back to programming, so just letting you know that. Tri-Jams, you're going back to regular programming. We're going to continue on the First Warn Tri-Cities social medias and website at this current time. All right, we have sent radio back to programming it just because this is only a severe thunderstorm warning, not a tornado warning, so we don't want to clog up regular programming as much as we have to here. So again, let's go to the on the Greenville-Spartanburg radar. We're going to see if that's showing the hail potential. Morristown is not as good. I think Morristown might actually give us a little better view of this. So let's see what Blacksburg is giving us as it shoots down into the storm. And I've also the Weather Service office that issued the warning as it moves into Watauga County. It's showing a hail core on it as well. It's even showing some. Now this is pretty high up in the storm, so I'm not thinking by any means this is reaching the ground. There's a broad weakening of rotation within this thunderstorm here just near Sugar Mountain, pushing from Avery into Watauga County. So we're going to watch this closely because this tries to spin something up. I don't think it would in this part of our viewing area. Eastern part of our area has the lowest of lowest tornado threat today, while the western part of our area, it's still low, but it's a little higher than here in the east. And we're going to watch very closely, see if where it's interacting with some of the terrain here, if it could quickly spin something up. That could just be rotating there because of a little bit of that hail potential as it pushes from Avery County into Watauga County. We're going to watch things closely. We're going to keep an eye on the storms here. And we do want to remind you about the severe thunderstorm watch. And we want to make sure if you're not under any alerts right now, or even if you're under a watch, you want to have ways to get watches and warnings. You're not on weather radio, your alerts, your wireless emergency alerts, and social media. Three good ways to get your warnings. You can watch our coverage on our website, our Facebook, our Twitter, and YouTube. Also listen on the radio for tornado warnings, our top and bottom of the hour updates. And if there's a tornado warning, you need to know what you're going to do if that warning was to be issued. So again, more warnings are popping off to our west as well. So we're gonna see these little showers out ahead of the line might be trying to strengthen a little bit. Again, a lot of storms going to start to move into an untapped atmosphere here in the Tri-Cities. We're going to watch this very closely. This could be favoring some potential here of some strong storm activity. Let's head back to radar because we don't have a tornado warning. And in fact, yeah, even the Morristown radar trying to hit a little bit of sun. I think Blacksburg gives us the best view of this storm, at least on the wind field. And even on the reflectivity, showing that hail potential pushing from Avery to Watauga. They are yet to tell us if they're going to extend this warning into Watauga County. They have not too long to do so, though, if they're going to. I'd kind of be shocked if they do from the way things are looking in the chat rooms. Not seeing anything, and I would think it would already need to be issued, but we'll watch it. We'll storm here in Unicoi County. We're going to watch closely, see if that can turn strong in Unicoi County. We are, again, check and see on these storms here along this outflow boundary. It's really what I'm watching is the outflow boundary. See if anything tries to develop out ahead of that, because that would be the storms that we'd really have to watch for, maybe even an isolated tornado, because they'd be right in that boundary that could enhance the spin a little bit. So again, we're watching one storm that is severe right now. The rest of the viewing area not all clear from severe weather, but no warnings right now. So, but as this storm here, as we look at it from the Blacksburg radar pushes, it's on the Avery-Watauga County line, and 3 radars give us 3 different beams into the storm. We've been looking at all of them, seeing the same signs of the potential, some hail and some locally damaging wind gusts here. So we'll continue to watch it. Blacksburg not telling us they're going to issue the warning yet, but we're going to stay here until 7:15 because that's when the warning for Avery County is set to expire. And that's only about 7 more minutes or so here. As I put our warning information there on the top of your here on your screen. Severe thunderstorm warning for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds for the next 7 or so minutes. So that is what we are watching. We're watching these storms closely, and again, any storm that develops could turn severe. We now just got a new warning for parts of Pike County, Kentucky. This is just outside of our viewing area. But if this storm continues its current track, could flip northern Buchanan. Weather Service in Jackson says this warning goes until 7:45 this evening. If we go to the text of this warning, see what it's moving at. It's moving east at 30 miles an hour. So we track this storm off to the east. We'll see here if it clips maybe near Hurley, but 30 miles an hour off to the east. This would be moving into Goodman at 7:38, Williamson at 7:41, Stone at 7:43. This would be near the Virginia-Kentucky border near Argo at around 8:10 or so. So this, folks in northern Buchanan County, mainly Hurley north, around 8 o'clock or so, might want to be watching the weather. And I want to note, even if this outflow boundary doesn't form storms out ahead of it, which it is showing signs of doing, it could produce some gusty winds as it moves through your location. So heads up, Buckhorn, Hyden, Moselle, as this line, or this outflow boundary moves on to the south and east. We're going to get back to Avery County here in just a moment. We're actually going to go back down to Avery County in western North Carolina, where our lone severe thunderstorm warning is. We're going to go from Blacksburg down into this. Seven Devils, Bowling Rock, Boone, heads up. This strong to severe storm is heading your way. Since at 7:15, if the Weather Service doesn't extend this in Watauga County, we'll go off the air for a little bit and then come back at 7:30 with another update. We're doing top and bottom of the hour updates for 3 to 4 minutes or 3 to 5 minutes, and then going off the air, and doing updates like that during watches, during mornings for coming on the air wall to wall. But again, Hemlock Ridge, Seven Devils, Matney, Valley Circus, Bowling Rock, and Boone, heads up, some hail could be heading your way. Newland, you're the all clear for now with this storm, but and I say Sugar Mountain, Grandfather's, give it minute or two. Elk Valley all clear. Banner Elk, most of the nice core of this storm, the hail core, I should say, passing just south of you. Could be getting some light to moderate rain out of this though. Elk Valley heat and all clear. Elk Park, he was never across north or 3 Mile, not really ever in the path of this, at least during its life cycle as a severe storm. So again, we're going to watch this closely. Again, you see we got a lot of warnings upstream. Let's turn off the radar to see the strong storm alerts, the severe thunderstorm warnings for Lexington, Danville, Kentucky, back just west of Jackson, Kentucky, heading toward Prestonsburg and north of Pikeville. And then our one for Avery County, more warnings to our south. A lot of strong thunderstorm alerts to Middle Tennessee, Central Kentucky, Southern and West Virginia. So that is the news that we have right now. Checking our watch warning map, still only showing the watch that we have been telling you about, the watches that we have been telling you about for Morristown South until 9, for East Kentucky and parts of Southwest Virginia and Western North Carolina until midnight tonight. So we're going to continue to watch these very closely here. We're going to head back to our current warning here. And again, it could be producing some large hail. I think that's our main threat with this storm. While there could be some wind, I think the main threat is some hail around quarter size, maybe nickel to quarter size here within this storm. Just turned off our radar. I'm trying to go to our more MS data, check a few products out. A little bit of probability of severe hail within that. If we go to our vertically integrated liquid there on the national radar scale, that's what it's showing on there. Let's go to our, let's just check all 3 radars. This warning expires in 3 minutes. Although it was showing the hail potential that we just checked right like a second ago. This is Morristown. Although I'm showing at least a small hail potential and a gusty wind potential as the storm moves into Watauga County. The Weather Service in Blacksburg, I don't believe is going to extend this warning into Watauga County. So that is good news. Let's give you a quick reset. So at 7:15, as long as this warning expired, oh, we might have some blowing up. No, if you're looking high up, this storm is starting. We might have some development starting along this outflow boundary. That's something that's going to have to be watched very closely. That acts as a mini cold front, will enhance the lift and potentially the spin, and could cause a little bit of rotation in these storms. So that'd be something to watch very, very closely as these storms develop in East Kentucky and move south. Again, that one warning set to expire in now 2 minutes and almost now to 60 seconds until that warning expires for the eastern and central parts of Avery County. Still some small hail, some gusty winds possible for Boone and Bowling Rock, Valley Circus, and on Seven Devils and Hemlock Ridge. In that storm, most of the region staying dry right now. The exception is Unicoi County, far southern Washington County, Tennessee, parts of eastern Carter County near Broad Mountain, Ashe County, far eastern Johnson County near Trade, not staying dry, so our mountains. And back up into East Kentucky, we are going to start seeing an increase in shower and thunderstorm activity. Even if these storms don't have this outflow boundary, we have more storms off to the west entering a very unstable environment. Severe thunderstorm watches are in effect for East Kentucky, Buchanan, Dixon, and Grayson counties in Virginia, and for all of our North Carolina counties until 12 a.m., and for East Tennessee, South and West of Morristown until 9 p.m. We'll see what the Weather Service does with watches over the next little bit. We have just 60 seconds left on this, or less than now 60 seconds left on this warning, I should say. We're going to get ready to send it, go off the air for now, but if we have any more warnings, we will go back off the air. Or we'll come back on the air if we have more warnings. But for now, we're going to go off the air. We have no warnings on our board. We're going to go off the air. Remember that severe thunderstorm watch. Remember to have multiple ways to receive your weather alerts as we go throughout the evening. If you have any more warnings, we'll come on. Let me just check, make sure we have no questions. We don't. So we'll come back on the air as need be. For now, this has been a First Warn Tri-City severe weather alert. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll be back in about 15 minutes at 7:30 with a severe thunderstorm watch update.